Excuse me.
I'm having chest pain.
Early bird gets the worm?
Oh, that's a new one.
Thank you, and hello. Welcome back to Monsters, talking about them. And this is the, I like to call the attack at Ape Canyon. Now, the story I found online was...
Can you repeat that? You broke up.
Oh, really? It's called the attack at Ape Canyon.
Okay.
Yeah, let me know if I break up when I'm going through this so I can make sure it's all recorded. But when I originally found this, I found it's online. The actual title was called I Fought the APEMEN of Mount St. Helens, Washington. The Attack at Ape Canyon, I think, is a better name for it. But either way, this is done by a story is told by Fred Beck of Kelso, Washington. He was a member of the party that were attacked by these wood apes, if you will. And it was recorded by his son. He told the story to his son, and it was published online. Now, mind you, this took place in July of 1924. A party of 5 miners were attacked by these ape men.
Party of 5? I love that show.
Great show.
Correct. 5 miners, as in they're gold prospectors, not under 18.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, because it sounded pretty hot.
All right, yep.
Yeah.
Perv alert.
Perfect. In the area of Mount St. Helens, Washington. And apparently they had been prospecting there for about 6 years in the St. Helens-Lewis River area. And from time to time there, they'd come across these rather large tracks in creek beds. And the largest, they said, that they had measured 19 inches in length. Now, in the middle of July in 1924, they had set out to their cabin they had built there by their claim they had staked or were given for prospecting. Now, all throughout the first week, they heard noises during the evening. The first week of their arrival, that is. They heard there was shrill, peculiar whistling. They'd hear it coming from one ridge, and then they'd hear an answering whistle from it like that. But they would hear that at one ridge, but then they'd hear another one from a different... Yeah, correct. Yeah, they'd be coming from a different ridge. Okay. Exactly.
Maybe it was an echo.
Perhaps, but as we will find out, it was definitely no echo. They also heard booming and thumping sounds in the distance. Now, one day, I guess you could say the morning prior to the attack, 2 people, would have been the guy telling the story, Fred, and another guy, Hank, went to go get water at a stream about 100 yards from the cabin. Now, they took their rifles with them because of the sounds they had been hearing in the evening and night at their cabin. Now, as they were going to the stream, one person, the guy Hank, yelled and raised his rifle. And when Fred had looked up, he saw a hairy creature about 100 yards away on the side of a little canyon. It was, at this time, it went behind a tree and poked its head out from one side, and that's when they apparently they opened fire on it. Creature was estimated... Right. Wow. Dead on. And they thought the creature was about 7 feet tall with a blackish-brown hair. And now after they opened fire on it, it disappeared from their view for a short time, but then they saw it running fast and upright about 200 yards down the little canyon. It took a few more pot shots at it before it disappeared completely from their view.
Boom, 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 boom.
Enjoying the Alex Jones getting the sound effects perfect.
Yeah. Alex Jones Foley work.
You
Boom, it's all
better get
happening.
those ready for... Yeah. You better get those ready for later, because they took their water back and explained the incident to the rest of the mining party, and everyone in the party agreed that they should leave at first light the next morning, as it was too dark to leave right then to get back to their truck, which I believe was a few hours hike away where they had parked it. So at approximately midnight at that night, everyone was awakened. The guy Hank, who was sleeping on the floor, was yelling and kicking. But the noise that had awakened actually everybody in the cabin was a tremendous thud against the cabin wall. Now, what had happened was one of these creatures apparently made that sound and hit the cabin so hard. They call it chinking, but it's the stuff that holds the cabin logs together when you're looking at an old wood cabin. Okay. It's that kind of like grout. Some of that had been knocked free and landed on the guy Hank. So they heard a great commotion outside, and it sounded like there was a great number of feet trampling around, rattling all over a pile of unused, they said shakes, and I looked the word up. Apparently it's archaic. I think it means like mind shaking, like gold panning pans. So imagine a bunch of feet running over metal gold panning pans. That's
It's not like this.
It didn't mention any cats.
Okay. All right. I just want to know.
But I guess that'll be closest we can get unless you want to go get some pans from downstairs and jump up and down on them.
You can't do that. No.
So at this point, everyone grabbed their guns. And apparently, they only were able to see three
Fucking
creatures
Republicans. Sorry.
Exactly. But they were only ever able to see three creatures together at a time outside of the hole that had just been knocked in the wall of the cabin. And now this is apparently when the attack started. They started throwing the creatures started throwing large and small rocks. Some of them, none of them breached the cabin, but some of them did actually fall through the chimney of the fireplace. Now they shot their guns outwards every time the creatures attacked. And they especially, everyone freaked out and opened fire when the creatures got on the roof of the cabin. And
the creatures got on the roof of the cabin? Jesus Christ.
This is a full-on Sasquatch assault.
Yeah, it is.
Sounds good. Sounds hot.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they also during the attack, they had to break apart one of the bunks to get one of a long pole from one of their bunk beds to brace up against the door because the creatures were pushing against it and the whole door was vibrating from every impact.
Wow. This whole, there's a lot of words in what you're talking about that sound really hot if you take some of the other words out.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, poles and impact and
vibrated.
Loving it.
Yeah. There was the black guy from the Alien video was also in the cabin with them. So apparently they fired tons of rounds through this door. Apparently the creatures
all
were
happening.
Right. And apparently at one point they thought the creatures were pushing hard against one side of the cabin and they thought it was an attempt to actually flip it over on its side.
Oh wow, they're trying to flip the cabin?
Boom!
Yeah.
Real shit. That's there's no fucking, little, what was the wolf who blew the pig's house down?
The big bad wolf?
Big bad wolf. Yeah, this is I'm going to turn your goddamn house over.
These are big bad feet.
Yeah. Crazy.
Big feet. But anyway, it's the attack continued for the remainder of the night with only short intervals of breaks in between, I guess, so the creatures could catch their breath. Now, one of the creatures...
Bigfoot.
The
goddamn thing had a heart on.
Well, you should see what happens next. One of the creatures got close to the cabin where the opening was, where the hole was knocked in the wall. It reached its arm through the hole in the wall and seized one of the axes they had from prospecting by the handle and tried to pull it through. But before it could get the axe out, the guy Fred, who was the storyteller, he quickly turned the head of the axe upright so it got caught between the logs. And apparently at the same time, the guy Hank shot, barely missing Fred's hand. The creature let go and they pulled the axe back in and they put it in a safe place. So apparently these creatures perhaps know how to use some kind of rudimentary tools. They know the axe would be, I guess, helpful in getting into the cabin that their giant Bigfoot muscles couldn't do. But
or maybe this wanted the axe to, kill the humans with.
That too.
Yeah.
But the attack it ended just before daylight. And just as soon as it was light enough, they came cautiously out of the cabin. It was not long before they saw one of the ape-like creatures standing about 80 yards away near the edge of what is now known as Ape Canyon. Shot 3 times at the creature, it toppled over the cliff and down into the gorge or the canyon, some 400 feet below. And then at this point, once they dispatched this ape-like creature, they stuffed everything they could into their knapsacks and they fled for their truck. Now, they did end up escaping, and they made it to a ranger station where apparently they had reported to this ranger earlier about the large tracks they'd found in the creek beds, and he said, let us know if they, if you find out what they are. Apparently they did, and the rangers were just astonished, and that's kind of where it leaves off. I do have a short quote from the incident about how the local press and people reacted, and just some stuff. It was interesting. I'll read it for you. It's quick. Because after the press found... Thanks.
What the hell is that?
F you.
No, I was just saying, okay. It's fine.
This is the end.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, girl. Okay, girl.
All right.
You bring it home, girl.
Yeah, dude.
So,
let's continue.
this guy Thank you, Alex. So the guy narrating the story said, after the local reporters interviewed us, they came from Portland and Seattle. Even a big-name hunter from England came asking questions. He had a large gun with him that must have been used to kill an elephant. Many people flocked to the Mount St. Helens area looking for the great hairy apes or the mountain devils. I myself went back with 2 reporters and a detective from Portland, Oregon. We found large tracks, and they photographed them. We did not see any of the APEMEN then, nor could we find ones that we had shot, earlier that week or earlier. I don't know how far the gap of time was between when they shot it and they went back with the reporters, but they couldn't find it regardless. So I tried to look up something because he mentioned something. There's a great ape hunt of 1924. I couldn't. Maybe the newspaper articles are so old I'd have to try and find them in old paper archives in that area. But the only thing I could find that referenced that great ape hunt, which apparently was the thing that took place after this, where tons of people would flock to the area, was that hunt. So I'd have to do some more research. And apparently, a famous explorer disappeared up in Mount St. Helens, but I could talk about him later. He was in that Ape Canyon Wikipedia article I'd sent to you guys in Carrot Shop, but I just wanted to try to keep it on the shorter side of things because I already had 2 pages full of the attack at Ape Canyon. But yeah, that's...
I thought you were going to read the article.
What article?
Of the eyewitnesses?
Oh, no, I already read that. The local reporters interviewed us. Okay. That was just a quote at the end.
Oh, okay. I thought it was much more substantial. That was short. Okay.
No, it was short.
I didn't know that was the end because I don't know. I don't know. I was just expecting some kind of like ending statement, I guess. Okay. I don't know.
And what's the reading rainbow? He had that sound. Da-da-dun.
Yeah,
you need that sound.
Balls.
I guess I could have done if like a transition or something like that.
I mean, it's pretty interesting. It was a tale from a guy who was there back in 1924, allegedly, when this attack occurred, and I guess they couldn't find the body, but I guess we see that in a lot of Bigfoot research. They say we can never find the body. Perhaps they bury their dead or cremate them. We don't know. I guess that's kind of corroborates that there, and.
It's like old school Bigfoot lore.
Yeah, and I remember was it there's a History Channel show or something where they were searching for Bigfoot and apparently they were getting rocks thrown at their cabin one night. Was that proven to be fake or
I don't know.
I can't remember.
At least with this story, there's people and they have guns and they're shooting back and there's an interaction there. There's a struggle, there's a conflict. At least it creates a good story. And they're concerned. There's a newspaper article about it. I like it. I wish there were more stories like this.
Yeah, exactly. There's no real good, like, Bigfoot. Like, there's Harry and the Hendersons and shit like this. But there's no real good, like, thriller, like, suspense thriller Bigfoot movie that, like, takes an actual account and makes it... I can't think of one that's fun. Like, a adapted for a movie based on a true story or even a fictionalized Bigfoot movie. I think there's a huge opportunity there.
Absolutely. And
I can send you the link for this if you guys are going to read it. I have crunched this down from probably like 5 pages into like 2.
Send me put all links in the Carrot Shop so I can post them with the YouTube.
Will do. I can do that right now.
And I think are you ending this segment now, Jeff?
That would be that. I'm concluding that for now. I can cover the follow up about the missing kind of explorer guy on Saturday who also disappeared around Ape Canyon.
I'm just trying to wrap it up so I can do like a transition out.
Yeah, that's a tease for Saturday.
Okay,
right. Commence transition.
I'm trying to, but everyone keeps talking.
Hormone therapy.
Right there. Everyone keeps talking. Please. Can you talk some more?
Mike's drinking. I think Mike's drinking. He's getting angry.
I'm not drinking. I'm completely sober. I'm just trying to create these nice little create these nice little packages. And
I got a package for you right here.
Yeah, I'm just I'm trying to be a little bit more professional with this. Well, it's like
it probably makes it easier to edit.
Yeah, it makes it easier to edit when you do this stuff, and like, have a definitive conclusion. Like, hey, now that I'm done with the story, what did you, Mike and Joe, think about this or something like that?
Well, I'll start ending it with "That's all, folks" whenever I'm done with Monster of the Week.
That would be awesome.
Or we could get the reading rainbow sounds. Like, don't take my word for it. Read the book.
Or you could do Charlie Sheen and go,
Bye-bye.
Yeah, you can do
What kind of dog is that?
Or you can do the classic Shablagoo. Like you can do that when you're ending Jeff. Just something so I can kind of get like a feel of when you're about ready to wind up. That's it. Overall, love the segment. I love the
wind down. Hey, let's get this straight.
Yeah,
we're winding down.
We are winding down a little bit. No, we're not. We're winding up, man. We got news. We got shit to do. I absolutely love segments like that with the Bigfoot and the violence and the interaction. Hopefully, we can get some Dogman stories going. And Jeff, you got any leads on any Dogman stuff?
I have leads on different stuff. I still got that UFO military encounter in my one book. Mm-hmm. I heard stuff about Stalin and gorilla human hybrids.
I love it.
I love that.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yes. Please. And you still owe us Rasputin.
Yeah, Rasputin too.
Well, that's a big book. But okay, I got a lot of stuff coming up, but I can try and find some Dogman.
Well, thank you very much. Excellent segment on Bigfoot. Love it. Please continue the hard work. And I wasn't like trying to be a dick at all. Like, continue. I was just listening intently when I said, "Yeah, go ahead." So, wasn't trying to be a dick. Sorry if I seemed like that.
Yeah, whatever. We got through it.
Sorry. No, you did great this time. I mean, I'm not sure what. I wasn't trying to be down on you. You did a great job. So,
trying to go down on you digitally through Skype.
Yeah.
Well, and there's no compression, so you probably won't hear my breathing.
Why are you all laughing?
That's actually, you know what? That made all the difference in the world.
Yeah, because you don't get like that.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Why are you wheezing?
Why?
Why are you all laughing?
Why are you laughing?
Why are you breathing?
Yeah.
Look, I need money.